feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted, you've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head, I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test, I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, saying it right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing?
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion, even though I offer all of the solutions. I wish you loved me like I love you, it's stupid. When I'm alone with you I never feel lucid. I wish I wasn't struck by Cupid. I wish when I first saw you I knew this. When I'm with you I feel so useless, I feel diluted, my heart's been wounded. Silhouettes of you are like a taunt, never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm, I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, saying it right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me? Then will you get bored of killing me? And will you get bored of killing me? And will you get bored of killing me? And will you get bored of killing me? But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, saying it right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt, never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm, I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted, you've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head, I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test, I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, saying it right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion, even though I offer all of the solutions. I wish you loved me like I love you, it's stupid. When I'm alone with you I never feel lucid. I wish I wasn't struck by Cupid. I wish when I first saw you I knew this. When I'm with you I feel so useless. I feel diluted, my heart's been wounded. Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares. See me right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me? And 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 will you get bored of killing me?
I don't really know what comes next. I'm just doing my best, even though I'm so stressed out. Everything just feels like a test that I fail, so depressed when I can't seem to get out. But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Fuck your lies, I'll do what I want. I'm inspired by thirst, I'm inspired by worth. I desire your worst, so you can just hide while I work. I ain't tired, you first. I'll write a second, third verse about the lies you go disperse. You never did shit, I know it hurts. Something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Fuck your lies, I'll do what I want.
What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy 8-Bit back at y'all with a brand new video. You know what time it is, so let's go ahead and jump to the chop suey.
I'm sorry, I couldn't get the binoculars out in time.
Look, well, let's not stand on ceremony, mate. Let's start the show.
All right, what's going on, bub? Good to have you back, brother. Let's go ahead and slide on over into the game, shall we? Up. Hey, there we go. Sorry about that. Usually I'm over here fumbling trying to get the game going, so I have some stuff going on the screen. So yeah, kinda in reverse today, but it's all good. We don't have the Medusa outfit yet. We are gonna wait to get the 10 free tokens before we unlock her. We did get Miles' uniform out of the way, so we'll be able to take a look at him at level 80. and then we'll come swing back around for Medusa, which is actually cool because we have his ranked battle going on right now. So we can go ahead and jump right on into that to see kind of how he stacks up in here for us, at least, or for our account. He doesn't seem quite as proc friendly, and that's kind of a bummer. That's the 4 right there, but that's cool. Looks like the 4 is going to be where the damage ramp is also. I believe he has like 100% damage proc, or the 120 thing, but whatever it is on the 4. Let's see. Yeah, 100% on the 4. So you're really not trying to pass that off. And I think the 4 just has way more hits. Yeah, we're gonna miss it that time. You can give a little bit of the wind up on the 5, and the 3 does have a slight delay because you have to jump to get the most amount of hits out of it, so it does kind of suck a little bit. But they did put a lot of early hits on this thing. Just not gonna use the. Yeah, I've been going like 5 delay cancel, 3 delay cancel 4, which isn't the most optimal rotation. And really what I should be doing is 3, do the long delay first on the 3, and then the short delay on the 5, and go into the 4. It does give him, like, a lot of people go, well, he gets stuck in this skill, he gets stuck in that skill. That's fine, that's cool. Getting stuck in skills is not a good thing. I'm glad they cleaned that up. But I've never been a fan of those long delay sort of characters. They're just way harder to play. I suppose you could get used to just playing with the character because Storm does kind of function similar to that. But what they did with Storm was they made it where you could instant cancel her most powerful skill and go right into the tier 3. Of course, there are some differences because Miles tier 3 you can kind of cancel, whereas Storm she kind of can't. And then her damage accumulation is still on her tier 3, which sucks. But she's got enough damage to win out on the rest of the day. So, yeah, you got your pros and your cons, I guess, when it comes to that sort of stuff. We passed Miles probably some time ago. Yeah, there he is. So we're rocking double lightning damage with a 0.8 crit rate baby rage proc. That is a normal uniform. We have not touched it, so all we did was buy it and slapped it on him. 3-star artifact for the defenses. Don't even have a fully awakened ISO set on this guy yet. So, you know, don't even have his skills maxed out, even though he is level 80, and have not touched his gears. They are still sitting at 25. Oh, he's barely making the skill cooldown cap. That's weird. I may have to get in here and do some revamping on his kit, obviously. But you know, from what I can tell, he seems to be pretty strong. Can't lie about that. It's definitely not a damage drop off. But then, if anything, they made him do what he does well better. But if you don't want to drop the 1750 crystals on him, you can still get, you know, the cheaper Into the Spider-Verse and just wait for the next uniform. I don't think it's a necessity outside of like really hardcore ABX type stuff. The only caveat to that is they did make him a supervillain in this uniform. So that's kind of the only caveat to picking this one up, is the versatility of being able to play him as a hero or a villain with either one of these uniforms. So that is kind of huge. And with ABX changes that we know are coming, possibly with the next main update, it may be a necessity to get this thing. Just to future-proof your accounts in case they do anything for speed mail. Whether for a speed mail human. Yeah. Now, if they don't do anything for the, like if it's speed mail alien or if it's speed mail inhuman, which would be absolutely insane, or mutant, or one of the other smaller classes, let's say, and it misses the human altogether, then, you know, you're really talking a moot point. But if there's speed mail hero villain, just straight up, you got your twofer right here. So for that potential, it might be worth the sizzle. It really might be. Let's go run these right quick so we can get them out of the way. I need to adjust my mic because it sounds like I keep cutting in and out, and I think it's because of my gain isn't high enough on it. So yeah, we'll turn that up just a bit. See how that works. But yeah, I do kind of have my mic offsetter too. So I could have it just a little bit closer, because for some reason when I put it like right under in the middle, it doesn't pick up as good. I've been noticing. I've been doing a lot more listening in while I'm talking. Because with my old mic, it was a lot of lag in there. It was a horrible experience. And I really couldn't listen to myself talk because it wouldn't be in sync with it wouldn't be in real time, like to my voice, like what I'm actually hearing. So from my end, it would kind of be like an echo in my head, you know, because you hear what you say when you say it, but then you're also hearing it a few seconds later, repeating. Oh, so annoying. I actually found myself having to sit down and think about what I was saying, doing that a few times. Like, wait a minute, what did I do? Am I listening to? Yeah, it was one of those experiences, bro. And my guy Beaver. Wayna Floor. Says he transcended his 17th character today, and it was none other than Domino. Oh, my bad. No, I was going. Yeah. Scrolls down and boom. So actually dope. He does have the Krakoan outfit for her, which is, when it came out, it was a uniform that had a lot of potential, but was kind of held back by Tier 4, I think. In this meta now, I think it's kind of fallen off. When she's pitted against certain similar tiered characters, she can win out, literally. So yeah, I've been waiting for her to get some juice, so and hopefully we get a newer, better balanced uniform for her. Maybe they can do something with her luck and use that in such a way that makes sense to, maybe they do something else, and not necessarily an undead passive, but something where, say, once per fight, you can make a motherfucker miss for 5 seconds. Like all of their attacks, none of they shitty. They would have to make that like a really type specific sort of thing. Not affected by debuff, cleanse, something like that. I'm scared to put certain ideas out there and float certain shit because I'll think about it in one sense and go, oh, this would be really cool if they did it, and then I'll think about it in another sense and go, look what they did with, say, priority iframe, which used to be a thing, or something that's a lot less vague in today's meta. Revive. It used to be very limited. Only certain characters had. Now everybody in PvP has a freaking revive. Everybody has a undead passive. It should only be one character. You can call it evolution or whatever. Power creep. So from that perspective, I'm kind of fearful to introduce certain things, and I think everybody, let me get back to the game. I think everybody should have something that, or at least as many characters as possible. I'm talking about 300 and some characters. There will be overlap. So let's see, just tier 4 Nick Fury. Who should I tier for next? Thinking maybe Taskmaster. For your roster, bro, I would definitely focus on the support tier 4. Just knowing what I know about your roster. No, we're not restart now. Yeah, just knowing what I know for your roster and the possibilities of what's coming for the game. I imagine this new ABX game mode or whatever, or revamp to ABX, will probably introduce some sort of tier 4 only content. It's not really that way with Surtur. So, just to future proof yourself so you don't have to worry about it because you know it's coming. I mean, with Tier 5 in tow, right? Because probably the anniversary or something like that, it's gonna be around something big is when they're gonna do Tier 5. Definitely. And it would make sense for them to do it around the anniversary. But let me see. How would I look? Let's see. Because I'm trying to think back. Tier 3, they introduced with I want to say Avengers Endgame. So it would have been on or around the time that came out. Tier 4, I'm trying to think back, around what time of the year was it when Tier 4 dropped? You see what I'm saying? But they can do what they want. I mean, they don't have to necessarily stick to a specific anything. But if I'm not mistaken, Avengers Infinity War dropped in like August or September, like later in the year sort of situation, not like Christmas or nothing like that, but just past the 6-month mark, let's say. I know it wasn't a summer or spring event, just off the top of my head. And let me see. Actually, it would have been Infinity War. Wouldn't have been anything. Oh, it was closer to the April 23rd and April 25th in Belgium and Australia, April 23rd in the US. So where it premiered April 23rd in Los Angeles, and then it released April 27th across the greater United States. Damn, I thought that was later in the year. Okay, so that kind of changes shit a lot. That's definitely when Tier 3 was introduced, because the first Tier 3 was Iron Man and all of them, and they came with Infinity War. So yeah, I don't know. It's still kind of hit and miss with this mic. Put it back where I had it. But yeah, yeah, I'll turn a little bit one way or the other, and then it just throws it all off. But yeah, we'll run this. I'll go take a look at your account. I kind of got an idea of who you got. I mean, you got a shitload of folks. Like Nick Fury tier 4 would be amazing. I would say consider Cyclops tier 4 if you don't have him already. Just because you'll get more out of him as a DPS, and then when the DPS falls off, you can still use him as a support. And while Nick Fury may be a little bit stronger in some respects, as a support, Cyclops is no slouch. Just because of all of that extra energy attack. I know the damage to supervillains scales a little bit higher, but energy attack applies to everybody. We don't know what's coming. That's more versatile. Or energy attack at least applies to everybody that's an energy damage dealer. And you got the all attack. It'll apply to everybody else, including the energy damage folk, plus the support. Plus, I think he has like a support artifact, if I'm not mistaken, or some shit. So, yeah, Nick Fury definitely has more in his kit overall as a dedicated support, but the fan in you is considering X-23. Wouldn't be mad at that. I mean, the fan in me tier 4 to Gambit, mainly because I have Wolverine tier 4. Same thing with Thor and Incredible Hulk. But both of them are amazing characters in their own right. Wolverine is amazing. Gambit is serviceable, but could be a lot better. The visuals are great. The long wind up on the 5 makes him vulnerable. And it really takes away from that whole skill even having a V-pad in the first place, so it's a lot there. Love the fact that they gave him a second V-pad skill. It would be nice if when you put the cards out there, you could cancel into the 1 and hurry up and move if you need to, and still get the damage. But unfortunately, they didn't design him that in mind. So, okay. Wait a minute. Yeah, definitely got to get my check in. Definitely got to hit that up. Okay, I still got to buy that. Gotta pick that up. And yeah, we'll do dispatch in a minute. All right. Let's see what you got going on here. Oh wow, Wong tier 4, so you're pretty good, at least on that front. Okay. Kind of versatile tier 4 right there. These for the symbiotes. Okay, I already got tier 4 Mystique as well. Pretty nice. You have tier 4 Fury, which you said, and tier 4 Wong. Some pretty solid supports. Still got lead and support. And these two for mutant and elemental types. You don't have Cyclops tier 4. And he would be an amazing DPS, especially if you went with something other than a greed on him. Not sure if he's proc friendly, but he may very well be. So you could get away with an energy or something like that, which would be dope if you could, honestly. You know, if you don't want to throw the rage of the competition on them. You do have the season. Oh, you don't have the season. Is this a seasonal? Yeah, summer vacation. Okay. Ooh, them cheeks. So you do have the seasonal and the CTP on this girl. She does hit pretty fucking hard, but you got tier 4 Storm, so you know what's the point? You know? Do have her seasonal, but then again, she's just a world boss merchant. Coulson doesn't have a tier 4. Could tier 4 Riri. That would be a hell of a support. That would actually lock some shit down for you. As far as your human, blast, female, anything going forward. So that wouldn't be a bad idea at all. So you got Beta Ray Bill, tier 2 native. Really not trying to invest all of that into an older character at this point. Although he does still hit hard. And he does have the lead and support and the versatility for the lightning damage lead and all of that stuff too. Doc Voodoo. I do think in this uniform he does kind of hit hard. He does have the support to fall back on. Not sure about his leadership though. What is Doc Voodoo got going on? Okay, decrease basic damage received and 15%. Uniform passive. Yeah, supervillain damage and damage reduction 50-20. And then he has what else? Increase all debuff leadership. And then ignore dodge to all allies. I'm not sure if it's enough to warrant a tier 4, considering, you know, who you're competing against. You know, you got the likes of Cyclops and Riri and, you know, all of these jokers. Now, that's what I think as far as like your supports go. Taskmaster does have some versatility in there too. I can't lie. But really not a lot of powerful thunderbolts, so this uniform is kind of useless. Outside of making outside of making Task Manager a DPS, right? A viable option there, because the only person that she's buffing is herself. You know what I mean? I will be glad when they give my guy Tony Masters a throwback. Hey, ACF, what's going on, my guy? Welcome back. Welcome back. Nice to see you. I caught some of your content earlier today. Been catching up. Been busy at work and shit. So. But yeah, that's who I think as far as your supports and leaderships and shit like that. Riri Williams, maybe Taskmaster on that outside fringe, and my guy Cyclops, because Cyclops is much better DPS than Task Manager, and yeah. I also have the Hidden Hand Ebony Maw, also not a bad support, and just really cool animated character. You know what I mean? As far as the moves and shit, not so much there on the DPS, but really good support for PvP sort of content. So mostly is where you see him, but then you also see him in some PvE stuff where he can apply that debuff to universal types. So that's another way you could go with it. Additionally, you could cheer for Hela for PvP support. Also a thing. Her uniform was seasonal, so tier 4 and her in this would kind of be a disservice. But she is ABXABL meta right now. Miles, you got the seasonal uniform. I assume you have his previous uniform as well. So tier 4 and him will give you a lot of versatility. For the speed class, because you would be able to apply for hero and villain content, which is actually dope. Not much in the way of changing the tags, but you do have that. And you know what? Looking at your roster, you really don't have a lot of blast human options. Most of your blast characters are all mutants that are tier 4 anyway. Outside of Sue, who you have an older uniform on, Johnny, who you have a newer uniform on, and Doc Strange. So maybe bolstering your roster in that capacity might not be a bad idea. But then again, what are the options, right? You got tier 4 Ancient One. Hell no. You got another mutant. You got Riri. You got Iron Man. yeah, and that's about it. So not a lot of options for you as far as that blast category is concerned. Juggernaut would be for funsies. Sort of pick, like you said, the fan and you wants to do a little something with X-23. I mean, I feel you, but you may wind up being disappointed overall in the end. I did that with a few characters, and if I had those resources back, I would go a different direction, but only with certain ones. Others is like, you know, my investment with Nightcrawler is like, I ain't doing no tripping. That's my boy. Storm, long before she was good, I had invested heavily in her, so yeah. I get it. You like who you like. So yeah.
I'm gonna stay on 30.
Huh?
Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Anytime.
Yeah. Yeah. Y'all terrible. I hope not.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Back to the live. Yeah. So I mean, those are pretty much your options. Groot is kind of a skip tier 4 at this point for you. He does offer some support value, but not very much. I would say the same thing with this guy. I think he offers some support value, but it's only for zombies, which is a limited but growing class of characters. Plus, you already have a couple in, in these two guys. So, and then a whole nother lead in Doctor Strange, F his DPS, and when his DPS ever falls off. As well as tier 4 Scarlet. So, you know, you're pretty solid as far as your zombie characters are concerned. To not necessarily need tier 4 another one, or at least right away. You know, it's not a rush. I'm not saying don't, just saying, you know, no rush. So yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty much where you kind of stand. Also, in other news, and I gotta get this pulled up, so let me do a GBR so I can get that out the way. Use them boost points. I'll talk about some other shit while I get this pulled up. Get caught up on the chat and invite you to GBR. Yeah. do it like that. Invite you and Bub. Got slightly more purish now. Not at 25 just yet, but we're close. A lot closer than we were. Got Doc Strange and Madeline. Okay. Madeline PvE. Damn near one shot, didn't it? So ain't nobody just pulling on anybody then, I would imagine. Above a 79, huh? Already. Gotta throw it on there. Yeah, that's when I'm gonna get took off on. I don't have my tier 3 available, but it's cool. And somebody got dropped, or didn't make it. One of the two. I think it was Angelo. I think Angelo got dropped. There we go. Shoot at the general call, baby. Avengers assemble, goddammit. Arm like Voltron, leg, arm, head, goddammit. Come together like thunder, goddammit. And now you just showing your age. That's all you're doing. You just showing your age. Oh, Lord. Oh, Angelo turning tables at her. Like, hold on. Let me show you what I do when it don't get kicked. Ooh. Hey, I gotta make it look respectable. Okay, come on. There we go. As long as I get that rotation off, we're good. I done messed all the way up at everything, and I just fumbled the whole bag right across the finish line. It's cool though. I don't feel that bad up against Mephisto, the Thor. and fumbling the bag like I did. Like that was a colossal. That joker came across the finish line raggedy. Three hubcaps missing, the other one bent. Got at least 2 lugs missing on every tire. Ain't got but 4 lugs of a tire. Strangely, the 5th wheel got 5 lugs like a mother. Don't none of this match. They don't even got mushroom on the inside. Oh man, now that I think about it, yeah, I gotta set it up. What was I supposed to be looking for? Damn it. I done forgot. Gotta sit down and think about it now. Oh, you know what? We can talk about this. Yeah. Cheating ass motherfuckers. We can talk about cheating motherfuckers. Yeah, we sure can. Since we gonna go check. Matter of fact, we gonna go check the trap. And then we're gonna go and look at the post. So just bear with us a second. There is an accusation allegedly of somebody pulling some shenanigans, let's just say. Which I'm not surprised. It happens. Usually those accounts are banned, booted, whatever. They got to investigate all of this different sort of stuff. Would be my thought process, you know what I mean? But if what is said is true, then yeah, that's kind of scummy, bro. Yeah, he jumped in the iframe. All right. How many more of these joints I gotta run? 2 more. We'll come back in a minute. Because I kind of want to get to some other stuff and jump back into GBR. Got the ancient curse rolling. That's what's up. Got some cursed parchments rolling. We're about halfway done with those. Got Gotta go do some dimension missions and dispatch mission. Yeah, those are gonna be the difficult ones. But yeah, let's go make some friends. Okay. And let's go check your trap. Okay, so this is what I be talking about. And this cat has 16% Pierce with 20% all defense, 15% all attack, 30 on the cooldown. Does have a boatload of attack, 113 on the all attack with 16, 19 swinging, 41% ignore defense, 3% ignore dodge. I mean, the stats aren't stellar, but they're not trash, right? They're actually comparable to mine in a lot of respects. However, I'm looking around and I'm seeing, okay, you got a brilliant, no, a mighty on this guy, no CTP on this guy, mighty on this guy at tier 4, mighty with the 60, okay, mighty with the 240. Now these are some pretty good rolls, I can't lie. That isn't, but I suppose if you're building for PvP for Adam Warlock, then that's not a bad thing. To have the all attack, all defense up there. Got the ambush proc 35, 25 to 150, 150 on the mighty. So these aren't bad CTPs. Got a regular obelisk on this guy, ignore dodge flame with a 200 proc. Interesting that he chose to go with a proc instead of a baby rage. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything too stellar. Yeah, so this is where things kind of come into question. Because when you come down here to Shang-Chi, and we'll go over to the post right quick, I got rights. The player in question has been doing his thing in every game mode, achieving top ranks in every game mode he plays for months now. So they go on to say, talking about, you know, by him doing this is effectively cheating other players out of rewards by knocking them out of the bracket and taking up a slot sort of situation. And he goes and shows a lot of the rankings. Now this is Vibranium. Looks like timeline, I guess. But I'm not sure, and it's not clear as to which game mode this is, but you see look mint there with 93.47 on the points, ranked 17th. Then Alliance Battle, ranked 5th with 327,576,565 points. Which I'm sure that covers more than a few characters. But what I found interesting was when he pulled up Shang-Chi here and Scarlet, and their uniforms are not, the newest, latest. I know that makes a huge difference. You're talking about a Scarlet with an obelisk here and a pretty poorly rolled 3-star version at that. And then a Shang-Chi who doesn't even have a fully awakened ISO set. So I do kind of find that interesting, but that could be a reflection of players not playing as much as they used to. But my guy did, in the Scarlet Witch, ranked 5th. And then currently in the Shang-Chi, he's ranked 7th overall. So could this be an effect of being broken up into different servers? I'm not sure. I just thought it was a little interesting and a little sus considering the stats and all of this here. Just saying. Like I said, I'm not seeing a whole lot of stellar, mind-blowing stuff here. It's also not as if I'm not seeing any cards here, because you'll see those accounts too that will have 0 cards here and blowing accounts out the water. And it's like, bro, where are you getting all these stats from if you don't have any cards equipped, if you don't have any swords equipped? That's not this situation. So I don't know. I'm not too well versed. I don't even be looking that stuff up on what the bugs are and how to exploit or none of that stuff. That's never been my cup of tea. But I do not like when folks try to circumvent the system. Not saying that this guy is. He could very well just be, handling his business and people are missing in his particular server. But it does seem kind of sus when you're not even rocking the uniform, bro. When you're scoring like this. Maybe he took the uniform off for whatever reason. I don't know. Just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Maybe y'all can enlighten your boy. Sharon Rogers is really strong. Yeah, she's pretty strong. Working on a PvP deck. Yeah, me too, bro. Me too. I got this one going on right here on the PvP side. I got a few more things to tweak. I definitely got to boost my HP some more. I do got the double max HP proc. I was thinking about bringing in the Gwenpool card because it has an HP proc that procs with dodge. So that would be like a triple HP sort of situation going on. But I don't know if I would be able to generate enough attack with that setup. Additionally, I thought about using this card crafting quest. That's kind of why I've been holding on to it, because this is the card that I'm going to use to go after whichever one that I want. And it's either going to be this unbelievable Gwenpool, because like I said, you got the when dodging. Now the other two are when attacking, when defending, right? This is when dodging. So different HP proc, different triggering mechanism for this proc. It does have the cooldown, HP, and ignore defense at the top. I would need the HP proc, probably some dodge going on in there maybe. And definitely all attack. Yeah. Or attack speed. I would even settle for the energy defense. Depending on like if it rolled quality 6 or 7. With every other stat that I needed. And that would be like a situational thing. The other card that I considered was I believe, another Luna Snow card so I could get the energy attack proc going and kind of bolster the attack of that other set with the double HP proc. It already has energy and all attack. The question kind of becomes, well, which card do I replace then? It would probably have to be the Widow card, because of course you can't have two energy attack procs. Yeah, this is when hit. And this is physical attack when attacking. So yeah, which means I would keep the Scarlet Witch, replace the Black Widow, keep both of these guys, and Guardians of the Galaxy, best story ever, to round out the HP thing. So that's kind of my thoughts. That's kind of the direction I'm going or leaning with it. Unless I get another Ghost Rider card. If I get another Ghost Rider card, then I'll probably throw that in here for the Black Widow card and call it a day. Because this thing here, man, the energy attack, physical attack, all attack, with the all attack proc is just bonkers good, bro. But energy attack, all defense and all attack. But still, it's just bonkers good. And then you got a few optionals here that you can go with. You can go with the recovery rate, you can go with the crit rate, you can go with the crit damage, which is amazing. And then you can go with the dodge, the cooldown duration if you need it, especially for that other deck. Or maybe even the ignore defense if you're coming up short there. It looks like we're pretty good as far as that's concerned on this deck. Do have a quality 7 zombies card, so amazing. It didn't roll perfectly. Would have loved to have the energy attack right there. So I am gonna have to break this thing, unfortunately, at some point. The crit rate roll in there was amazing, but honestly, I would much rather have that energy attack right there. Because man, it's just sorely missed. And I can't have physical attack on this card because I need that HP proc. So that's kind of the direction I'm going with it, but I'm gonna sit on that quality 7 for now until I get the rest of the deck right. Definitely gonna re-roll this thing to a better quality. Gotta get the quality up on this to possibly a 6, maybe even a 7. And then finish off this card here. I even thought about replacing both this one and this one with the Luna Snow and the Ghost Rider cards, and that would be super strong as well. But it would be kind of the same trade-off. The other thing too is I could go with instead of going with Luna Snow, I can go with White Fox. Get the energy and the physical attack procs going. Roll some HP at the bottom of this thing, or energy or physical attack. I would have to roll either dodge or something like that in that slot. I would have the all attack, the ignore defense, and the crit rate up top, that may actually put me over. So this might not be a good option. That thing has the ignore defense proc. It does have the HP, the all attack and all defense out of the way for me. But energy and physical in the same slot on that one as well. And this one has energy, physical, and HP. Yeah, so you kind of see my dilemma with this thing. That's why it's been sitting so long. Because it's like, okay, well, what card do I use this on? You know what I mean? Maybe I use it to replace an already existing premium card that I have and hope that it comes out of better quality. But if not, then I'll just be sitting on a card that I can't use. So yeah. Let's go ahead and get these out of the way. Good old Otherworld Battlers. Yeah, it is difficult to build up a second deck. It is extremely difficult to build a second deck. It's like hell. I don't even got my first deck decked out yet. But so I ain't even got my first decked out yet. But I feel like it's good enough to where I can start focusing more on a PvP centered sort of thing. And hopefully it'll start helping me out, helping me win more fights, that sort of thing. I know just from having the double HP proc alone will help. And then rolling the blue HP on every single card. Like, all of the other stats are fine and dandy, but I gotta roll the blue HP star on every single one of them cards, because that's what, 50-some% all attack. I mean, HP. I go from HP to all attack. Everybody's Hulk now. But yeah, that's essentially it. It's like I need that extra HP. I need the HP coming from quality cards, and then the double HP proc. The other stuff I'll figure out how to work in. Yeah, Pierce is important. We'll get there. Just gonna take time. Oh goodness. Surfer holding out, ain't it? See you, player. Get a good, hey, he did. Okay. He took Sentry with him. Nice. Now we got the double up action. Yeah. You make it past Sentry and no? Nah, we got a problem, bro. Maybe he gets lucky and is able to lock them both down, but Adam. They were able to deal with him. I gotta deal with Surfer and Noel. That's kind of gonna be a problem. Okay, we zeroed Noel. Can we didn't get the bounce back. Or I killed myself to reflect, one of the two. Because Surfer was out there way too long. Oh, he's front loaded. He's trying to run through everybody. Oh yeah, this should be a victory. Every time, bro. Every time. That's okay though. Get this crash shit out the way while we in other world battle where I can get the instant replay. Hey ref. Hey ref. I need you to go in that tent. I need you to go in that booth. I need you to flag on the play. And we need to check that joke out again. Fight. This better not be a different damn outcome. Because I just mopped him. I just mopped him now. Front loaded with this damn Sentry and no. Yep. Get him out of there. He got zeroed. Got one life off Jean. Yep, she's out of there. Adam's on the field. We three strong. Wolverine, yeah, come on. Come on now. Come on now. You shouldn't even have got the last two. Even with the type advantage on Wolverine, you shouldn't have had get offs. Okay. Kind of running heavy on this back end. And you got Doctor Strange in there, which kind of worries me. I mean, Strange does have some slight limited PvP potential. He does have Reflect in his kit. I don't know how well it works. Yeah, this is crazy. Don't get him on the res. Yep, one-on-one, let's go. What you got? Come on, get off the lockdown. Yes, sir. Sir, my guy. Oh, still gotta deal with a resi. Come on, we gotta hold it down. Don't drop your chin strap. Don't drop your chin strap, baby. Hey, Sentry, can you? Hey, Bob, I see you. I would buy you a drink, but I don't want that other motherfucker to come out. Yeah, that's all right. My guy Sentry pulled that from the jaws of defeat. He tried to get down on me, man. Alright. So another front loader. Let's see if I can okay, we zeroed the null. We got a resi. Okay, our artifact was triggered with Wolverine, so his time is about to expire. Hey, Sentry's out of there. All we gotta do is deal with this guy. Hey.
That's like calling 1-800 collect an ass whooping. And no, that ain't no toll-free call, partner.
Got him. Okay, we got ourselves a tier 4 Mephisto. Interesting. So 3 native tier 4 front loaded on the guap. And we still have not eliminated one character. Yeah, this is gonna be rough. Sentry. Yeah. I feel you. You did what you could, my guy. You did what you could. You got a couple of them up out of there for me. But a little bit too heavily front loaded with those tier 2 and tier 3 natives. Everybody in the mama is running Wasp. Support. Okay. Yep. Okay. Yes, sir. Handle your business. Handle your business. That's what I'm talking about. Alright. I think should be okay. Right here for now, at least. We're gonna run this other GBR, get it out the way. And we gotta go make some World Boss runs and get our dailies out of the way, go do some more mouse testing. See what we can do with him. I wonder if since he has that Carnage uniform, who the hell is Skipperoo? Oh. Right. that up. There we go. There's Eugene Grayback. Oh, there's some shenanigans going on here, my guy. Oh Lord, everybody's out of there. Yep. Cool. That is the last of the last. And no criteria here. We don't got no criteria. Spin the win. Nice. Nice. That it? Yeah. Yeah, just gotta let them spawn. Let's see, Blast Villain. That would definitely be my guy. Yeah, you thought you was gonna get out, didn't you? Hold on, Watson. Yep, just make sure you jump into the bullshit. That's all. Hmm. All right. That's actually pretty nice. Just make sure you jump into the bullshit. Oh, yeah. Got him. That was a damn good run right there. A damn good run. Mm. Guess we gotta come down through there on the inventory. $150 crystals, not bad, not bad. Okay. Okay. All right. That out the way. Down 60. Down 60. Dismantle. Oh yeah. Oh no. All three of y'all gotta go. There's the rest of it. All right. 642, not bad. Let's go clean up Alliance battle. All right. Oh, wow. That takes forever. Okay, I should have just went ahead and cast the 5th first. So I cannot be late. Oh, wow, I'm gonna be late now. Maybe not. Maybe not. Cool, right on time. Must be snare or some shit like that. Hey, you think you're slick? Oh no, I do got a wow. Okay. Huh? Got caught slipping. I don't know what happened to my awaken skill, cause that, I mean my tier 3. I thought that joker was damn near full. Yeah, get away from me so I don't get clipped. Lose that reward. Okay, so speed supervillain. You know what? Self-buffing lead. That's actually dope. And now take advantage of her as well. And what the hell? For good measure, let's just throw Red Goblin out there, I guess. Oh, but you can also take advantage of White Black Cat now too. She's more effective as a lead / support. So her supportability alone may not be as applicable here. That 65-35 leadership is juicy. Okay. Got the 45, yeah. 55, the boss types, yeah. Huh. Sinister 6 only. Yeah, I might have to ride with that. I have to rock what I got. Too much versatility here. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the rotation, but it's actually hitting hard as shit. I actually screwed up that, not this one, but the last tier 3 rotation. Probably should have been at 10 million already, but Get knocked out of my third skill animation. All right. Say he'll either cross the 10 million mark or he'll just be just shy of it. Like he's just above it. Almost 10.25 million. So not bad numbers. Definitely gonna heavily consider tier 4 in miles now. Just because of all the versatility that he brings. And that's just for my own roster, and I'm not the hugest, really not even a fan of Miles Morales like that, but can't really deny what he's capable of now with the extra stages that he's able to access and all of that sort of value and versatility. And you know, that's not counting whether or not he's a good farmer or not as well. Something that kind of goes, you know, more or less under the radar. Yeah, we definitely got to catch up on Carbo. Yo, DJ, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Working on a PvP deck, hard, but it'll help. Yeah. You know what? Let's go open a rift. Oh, somebody already got one open. Guess I should have been paying attention. It's already complete, so we're not going to join that one. And it'll be done in 5 minutes, so I'll wait so they can jump in. Okay, we got zombie survival resetting in a day. Yeah, we'll do a few of these. And that's going to be kind of a difficult sledding. Feel pretty good about that matchup. That matchup, possibly. Yeah, we'll do that. And let Sentry round up the rear. Cause I don't know. As soon as we get in some PvP. El Clash. Man, say. They straight got me too. That's cold, bro. That is cold. Like that shit didn't even fucking load up. I'm already down one. Cause I started out, yep, they gave me the L. I was 18-3. Fucking shit, bro. They really need to implement that quality of life change here. I'm so sick of dropping matches that I feel like I would have I had as good a chance of winning that fight as any other, you know what I mean? Only to never get the chance to compete. What the fuck? And with a Wolverine at that, we will throw actually, let me see something. Okay. Cool. I don't know why I just started that, but oh well. But if they ever make the outcome correct. Oh, come on, Deadpool. You should be able to pull this off against Thanos. No, he's tanky. But, hey, you got that second skill sniper. Should be able to take him out. Nice. Here we go with the shenanigans. You know what? I feel like I can take this team. We'll blow Jean Grey out of the water. So Thanos at the mystery team. who are we gonna throw at the Fantastic Four? Got a blast in a combat? I got a blast in a combat. Team with a support. So yeah, does have debuff removal on that team though. So, I need him for that. Yeah, we might have to let Wolverine take out himself. Yeah, I think that's safer. I think that's a safer bet. Okay. Crushed it. Nice, nice. Okay, crushed it in the second. That was expected. Sentry and White Fox. Interesting. Yeah, this isn't going to be a contest because that's a villain team. I gotta respect it though. At least he didn't hide that he had two characters sort of situation. So we ran across that a lot. Yeah, I'm not gonna run all of these. But let's see here. Yeah, I like that last matchup. I like the Sentry versus Sentry. I actually like that versus Adam. Yeah. Oh, got ourselves a Thanos team. Hey. Yes, sir. Hey, we got an opportunity for a clean sweep bonus here. Yep, we were able to deal with him the first time. He hasn't triggered Carnage artifact yet. Cool. Sentry just has to hold up his end of the bargain here. He is running up against some hefty supports, but he does have a support of his own with a Reflect character out there. He's able to take advantage of that support. So, yeah, it was enough to make it pull through. Nice. Clean sweep bonus. Very much needed. That's very interesting. I'm so close, I don't want to take a L playing around. Double reflect, huh? Might be a little bit too much for Deadpool to handle. You got the zombie joints going on down here as well. Yeah, that's gonna be a difficult fight. So, wow, making this a challenge. I like my odds here. Let's see. Throw my guy Deadpool at that team. Throw Sentry at their Sentry. Of course. Thanos is taking the mystery team. Got Doom down here. And Wolverine. Yeah, I think heading up those matchups is probably for the best this go round. Ooh. Okay. Got the 0. It's looking kind of ugly. Hey, we able to get the bounce back though. Nice. Nice comeback win, Sentry. Okay, is Deadpool gonna be able to pull this off? Does have Agent Venom support. Artifact got triggered. Come on, can you snipe? Can you snipe before you get sniped? Yes, sir. Deadpool comes through. Okay, this is interesting. Thanos versus Adam. Oh, Thanos got one-shotted. And then we also had a Invisible Woman out there as well. Wolverine and magic gonna be enough to end this thing. Wow, it is not. So we go on to the 5th round. We got my guy Surfer versus Doom and APOC. And they're able to pull it off. Carnage, Surfer with the support of Agent Venom. I feel like me tier 4 and Agent Venom would really bolster my PvP this symbiotes squad, regardless of what team he goes on. I know he'll probably get clapped a lot of times on the no matches and that sort of stuff, but I don't know, man. Definitely like my chances here. Throw my guy Thanos at Thanos. See if we can pull off a victory there. We will throw Deadpool at Adam. Which means Wolverine has to take out that Surfer. Actually, you know what? Here, we'll do it like this, and we'll completely destroy that first team. We'll throw Thanos there. We will throw this guy here. Yeah. Take advantage of that type advantage. I think that works. Yep, bullshit. Wolverine and old sentry. I could have had some action there. I was just throwing that sentry at the thing. Oh wow, then again I could have thrown my sentry into a buzz, so down 2-0. Oh no, 1-2. Okay, so we gotta pull off the next two. Not looking too hot though, but we're able to pull it off. Nice. Fight was a lot closer than it looked. Oh, we lost at the type advantage? That is wild, bro. So 1277. And what do we need? 13 for the shop. Yep, 1300. So we are so damn close. And hopefully we can pull off the first two. Hopefully we can pull off the first three. If we get that clean sweep bonus. Okay, looking good so far. Yeah, have a couple of undeads to get through as well. Okay, we're running similar philosophies, but hopefully Mantis support will be enough to will out. Not sure if a sentry has died yet, but yeah, don't matter. We're able to pull that off. Okay, one away from the clean sweep bonus. Ooh. Artifact was triggered way early. So missed out there. Oh God. Yeah. Yeah, Thanos got ran through pretty quickly there. Nice. At least able to secure the victory. So that means, what, 2 more fights? Unless we're able to get the clean sweep. You are way confident in your Hela, bro. Tell you what, we'll give up that one. We'll throw Sentry at this one. We will throw Deadpool there. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. No, Thanos isn't gonna win this, but Surfer isn't either. Ooh, wait a minute. Yeah, so Surfer wasn't gonna win that one either, so I'm like, Might as well give you that. Take my chance on what you're hiding. Because the rest of your teams look very beatable. Oh, wow. So Wolverine wheels out, so we're down 1-2. We got to win out. Okay, Deadpool is having some disadvantage things going on here. It may wind up hurting him. He did get his artifact triggered and he killed himself to reflect. Ay, ay, ay. Just when we think we're able to pull this thing out, we just need one victory. Okay, we're definitely throwing Sentry up against that team. Definitely throwing Thanos to the mystery meat. Yeah. Yeah. That looks right. So it's either Deadpool or Surfer for Adam. And then it's either Surfer on Surfer or Deadpool for Surfer. So okay, wasn't expecting to win that first fight. I do expect to crush this. All right. One down, 2 to go. Wow. See, these Wolverine on Wolverine fights are the ones that are throwing me off because I'm feeling like Magic being in there with him should be enough to win that fight, but it is not. Okay. Come on. Just dropping the ball here at the end, bros. But we did get to 13. So we are able to go and score some more carbo, which puts us a hell of a lot closer. Wait a minute. Did it even give me the carbo? Did it take my tokens and not give me the carbo? It gave it to me. I was around 600. Now I'm closer to 1,000, which puts me closer to tier 4 Scarlet. So it should just be about the Soul of the Faltine. Have they put that in the story mode chest yet? No. Yeah, that would be nice if they put the tier 4 materials over here. Actually, before I do any of that, let's go do this. So I want to see how my guy Miles is farming rifts. If he can do this at level 80, he does have the leadership tag. But he doesn't have the hero tag, so he'll be lacking the chain hit, the ignore dodge, and the all attack, which is kind of huge actually. But hopefully he will get the 65-30 from the Kamiho stance. I think a lot of his shit is also that way. Don't have his artifact. Another 60-30, but it's for superhero, so it wouldn't apply to him anyway. And the leadership doesn't apply either. So damn, what would be a good support for him? Let's start here. $40-35 skill damage, bonus damage. Yeah, not really moving the needle for me. Fair ban. She'll get a buff, but it's only for boss types. What about Maya? B-type allies, chain hit, 20% ignore dodge. So that's the ignore dodge and the chain hit that I'm missing. It's just that. It's not even the uniform passive, it's just the 20, the leadership. I mean, chain hits good, but I don't know. Considering he has a self-buffing lead, I don't know if that extra chain hit by itself would be enough. I think he only applies to aliens. Yeah. I can get the Ignore Dodge back here somewhere, I think. Or is it Valkyrie? I think it's Valkyrie with the Ignore Dodge. Yeah. She has it. She just doesn't apply to all allies. Doesn't have the symbiote tag, so I can't use Agent Venom. Sif doesn't do enough. $35, $55, $25 to go along with what I already got, plus another 8% on the damage to boss types. So far, it's probably the best thing smoking. I think they do. Oh no, she doesn't have a sight. Okay. Well. Maybe if I had her uniform. Decrease chain hit when attacked. Increase damage to boss type. Ignore dodge. Actually pretty strong stuff. That increased chain hit there, but it doesn't apply to everybody. And some more stuff that only applies to her. 40 debuff removal lead. Yeah, she's just all over the place. And some elemental damage. Yeah. Not very good stuff. Coulson, I think half of his shit will apply and the other half wouldn't. Guaranteed critical rate. Yeah. Yeah, because the rest of it is his uniform. That only applies to heroes. I don't have his artifact, which would also only apply to heroes. That okay, damage to boss types. All right. Let's go on and get it. We'll see how quickly Miles can clear this thing. Oh Lord. Yeah, we'll autoplay this first one. Then we'll come back. Oh, the numbers are grayed out. That's wild. Real combat, yeah. That type disadvantage. So definitely slowing him down from a farming perspective, just with the type disadvantage stuff. Slowing him down quite a lot, because you'll see the blast types pop up, and like that guy by the pillar down there, and he just got one tap. Whereas all of the combat folks are kind of lingering a little bit. It's already a minute in. Got a universal boss here. Okay, so helped out there at the end, a little over a minute. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be a viable farming option, so let's go ahead and call it early so I don't lose out on the rift. Too tough. But I figured it was worth a shot. We'll try him on some story farming stuff, and maybe some dispatch stuff to see how he does there when type disadvantage really isn't, or hopefully won't be a thing. See, my guy Thor is just absolutely clapping because of the universal typing. Of course, that's nothing to say of Rogue's ability to be able to come into stuff like this and farm it fairly easy regardless of typing. So of course, you're talking about a tier 4 character versus a level 80 character, an obelisk, versus a tier 4 with a CTP, a mighty CTP at that, a reforged CTP anyway. So yeah. Let me go over here and see if my guy has dropped anything. Yep, nothing new. Nothing new there. Oh, this is December 2024. That's a while ago. So we're not gonna worry about that shit. I am interested to see what's up or what's gonna be with this epic quest, because let's be honest, these characters really ain't much. We knew they were coming for a while now. So, you know, there's no really wow factor, anything like that outside of the performance, which, you know, I think is gonna overall the performance of the uniforms isn't gonna shift the meta much. One, because of Medusa's support ability being so haphazard and all over the place, but hopefully that speaks toward them doing something for Black Bolt in the future. They have done this thing before where they'll wait for the seasonal to drop and then drop the new uniform for the character, so maybe that's what they're doing for Black Bolt. You know, and in order to make best use out of him, then you'll need Medusa. But they're gonna have to switch him back to being a hero. They can definitely go with a more traditional look this go around because it's been a minute. And Medusa was the last one, so you know we don't have anything to look forward to as far as that poll is concerned anymore. So yeah. And I kind of hope it's not, you know, a situation of what we had with the last Epic Quest. You know, overall, it felt like it was pretty cheap. Overall, it felt like it kind of felt like players got robbed a bit. You know, hopefully we can get a tier 3 Exodus soon and a uniform for Madeline to kind of make her viable, because she never really was. So there's still some meat on that bone. It's just coming down through there with those characters. I know that would kind of be skipping the line though, so I've never really been a fan of that. But that's also part of the reason why just giving characters blanketed, you know, awaken skills just to get them out of the way is not necessarily a good thing. Especially when you're just doing it and they're not getting a uniform, they're not getting anything, they just need to be able to keep up with where the game is. You know, it feels really, really hollow. Just saying. So, hope that's something they can kind of take into account moving forward. Said it before, I'll say it again. Game balancing matters. Yes, it does. Oh, I know what it was I was going to look up for you guys. So, I was looking at another mobile game, or I wasn't looking, it popped into my feed, and they were talking about an update that's coming for this game, Marvel Strike Force. And I'm going to pull this up here in just a second. 1 second. Yeah, but we've talked about them doing something for a Sebastian Shaw type, you know, specifically, I think it was around the upcoming Epic Quest, and then maybe doing something, you know, it would give us another mutant Epic Quest. That would mean an additional way to farm Phoenix Feathers, M-Crown Crystals, that sort of stuff, to help bolster your card building. I know a lot of people will probably be like, well, I don't know. Do we really need another way? It kind of seems like, you know, overdoing it. And maybe if your cards are in a really good spot, maybe that would be the case. But, you know, everybody's not in that position, so it's going to be sort of a subjective thing, but I get what you mean. It would be like, oh, another mutant Epic Quest, right? So I mean, we already have the X-Men, we already have Deadpool, we already have Goblin Queen. So I think another mutant-based Epic Quest at this point, while cool, that, you know, if they did something, personally, I don't think they should have done the Goblin Queen. I think what they should have done was, well, they couldn't introduce Madeline Pryor in the Sebastian Shaw quest or in the Hellfire Club Epic Quest, the Inner Circle, whatever you want to call it. Although it would be dope if they did, it would be kind of a unique twist to get the character in the game, sort of. And kind of paying homage to the whole, well, when did Sinister switch sort of situation. But I think they're more likely to go with some sort of alien-based Epic Quest. Now they could do a Shi'ar-based Epic Quest or a how can I put this? They could do like a combined Epic Quest of certain alien factions, right? So, you know, instead of them doing a Skrull Epic Quest, there aren't very many notable scrolls out there outside of Super Scroll. You could throw him in there. You could throw a few members of the Shi'ar Praetorian Guard in there. You could throw a few members of the Kree in there and kind of make that your epic quest. That would be kind of a hodgepodge. I don't think it would fit thematically, but it would be a cool way to get some more obscure, cool characters in the game. But then that begs the question, who do you get from the Kree that we don't have in the game already? I already have Minerva. They could make Deathbird part of that. I think in order for them to pull off a decent epic quest, you would have to include at least 3 to 4 characters that aren't in the game at a minimum. You know what I mean? That's why I was leaning towards a Shi'ar epic quest, because there are so many members of that team and the rest of them aren't in the game. Same thing with Squadron Supreme. You know, a lot of those characters just aren't in the game outside of like Hyperion or Gladiator. So it kind of makes sense to do them since their leaders are kind of in here already. All right. Hey, you got a world event going. Bet that. See that Sigma dodge. Get a little all attack going. My guy has Cosmic Punisher. That is a beautiful uniform though. I can't lie. I'm gonna let the throwback ride. That was the best Punisher in the game. Not tier 4. Net Marble. Y'all have really got to look at y'all's ranking system, bro. Y'all have really got to look at that. He's tier 4, but he doesn't have a striker selected, which is wild. That's nuts to me. Yeah, we gotta get to that max scope. Actually, I think we already are. Guess not. Damn, 15, 5, and 5. That's a dub right there. Wow. You don't start swinging and fighting back. All right. Yeah, I think they brought that Cosmic Ghost Rider uniform way too early for Punisher. Yep. Now how many people ain't checked in and but yep, you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go. Yep, look like I'm gonna get rid of 10 today. Damn, Miles, you ain't playing, baby. No recommendations, huh? Let's send them all out. Ant-Man, yeah. No good and well, that ain't gonna happen. All right. Pop off one time. I guess not. She straight. skated on all of that. All right, there we go. There we go. Oh yeah, that's right on time. Right? This one really gonna be on time. Oh, I got stuck in the fifth. I mean, not the fifth, the tier 3. She must have moved. Yeah. All right. Said delay on the third. That take forever. Come on. Yep. All right, timing might just be right where I want it. Yes, sir. And I'm in the middle too. So even if you move, you still gotta holler at me, player. All right, let's get out the way. Should let that tier 3 marinate for a little bit. It's all good. Oh, wow. Come on now. Do away with all the shenanigans and tomfoolery and don't sit yourself down. Thank you. Thank you, madam. Thank you. God, it took forever. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna run all of these. I'm probably actually about to get up out of here. I just wanted to get on and chop it up with y'all. Check in, this sort of thing. Oh, okay, we did get them out. As you can see, we got a few stragglers left as far as our dailies go, so I'll wind up killing them off stream because I don't want to be on too late. Try to hear him run through all of these right quick. Yeah, more Phoenix feathers. All right, so it's just the timeline stuff to go. And of course, we got to pick up our 2 million gold. Actually, if I picked up, no, I haven't. Okay. So I said I felt like I was light on energy. So yeah, definitely got to pick up that 2 milli. And that leaves my energy in a state where I can get my charge on. And yeah, let's go ahead and knock this straggle off. We can ride out to that. Still want to get the right matchups though. So let's put I got her. See if Wolverine can pull that off with the type advantage. But definitely put Sentry in the first match. Kind of feel good about that last matchup. Oh wow, Sentry lost to Wolverine? That is wild. I was not expecting to drop that fight. Okay, so we gotta win out now. Come on, Wolverine should be able to pull this off with the type advantage. Are you serious, bro? We got swept. Wow, that is bonkers. And I was not looking for Sentry to drop that first fight. Well, I'm thoroughly disappointed. Yeah, I can't go out like that. I almost want to drop some crystals and go back up into the re-up. Hey, look here. Let me holler at you, player. tier 4. How are you even letting a tier 1 anybody stop you at all, in the least whatsoever? Not even close. That's actually nuts to me. Okay. Triggered his artifact. That's all I can hope for. Are you serious? This dude is just triggering everything. Wow. All right. And it should be easy pickings here. Should have him on the res. Yeah. Yes, sir. Nice. Every time I try to pop to tier 4, for some reason, cool. As long as I triggered his first, I'm good. I will get one more, and then we're gonna go on and get up out of here. Y'all make sure y'all sound off in the comment section. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell. As always, do not forget to subscribe to help your boy, help the channel, help the community grow, all of this jazz. Your feedback and input is greatly appreciated and necessary. So, yeah, y'all, do the damn thing. Okay, we able to get the upstairs. Got a long way to go and not a whole lot to get there. Yeah, just not enough. Anyway, still went out with a L, trying not to take one. I'm good though. I holler at y'all, man. Catch you in the next one. Peace.
But I've known you too long. It hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away. Cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long. It hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away. Cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the
try to stay strong and fake a smile